Hello everybody, welcome to this presentation. Today we're going to talk about another Microsoft project, which is called Project Siena. You might know me from my other videos on Project Spark, and actually Project Siena is kind of the same idea. Project Spark, if you remembered, allowed you to build some some games very easily without knowing actually how to code. Well, Project Siena is exactly the same, but for application. And with Project Siena, you can build out some application without knowing how to code. You can just use some graphical tools, and you can use a bit of Excel functions. So note that this is Project Siena, not Siena Project. Siena Project is another stuff with Java. So this is the base interface. In today's video, I will really focus on getting you a bit look and feel the interface. Project Siena, you can find it on the store of Windows 8.1. So you can just go here on the store and yeah, you just go on the Project Siena. You see here, you can just download it and it's good. You're good to go then. So this is the base interface of Project Siena. You can see here I have some kind of scene. This is actually what the user will see in my application. So on the right here, first thing you can see I have a little plus, and here I can add some widgets. So it's like visuals. It's actually the name is visuals. And here I can add several stuff. For example, for text, it's like labo. Let's add something else, an image. You can add a button, a slider, and you can see that actually everything on the scene can be drag and dropped exactly like a PowerPoint. I can do whatever I want here. Of course, you can customize these objects. This is where the lower bar come into play. So you can see on the left, here you have several different stuff. For example, here when I select the text, here it's written text. Select the image, it's an image. Here it's a slider, so it has a specific little button here. So basically it will be dynamic in function on what you're editing. So here, for example, text, here it's written button. I can just write press me please, and you can see it just update on the view. Of course, if you don't like the color, for example, you can go to design, color, and actually let's put another blue so you can see it's the text actually. So I mean, I'm really not a designer, but let's do something like that. This is really ugly, but I mean, this is fine for me. And you can also add some borders, and you can do various stuff. I mean, I'm sure you can customize quite heavily what you're looking into. Another very interesting stuff is basically I can link items together. So when I press Alt, you can see that all my items have a name. So for example, here, if I say, here you see it's actually a text. Here I can just say button 1. And the exclamation mark is actually like if you program, it's like the point. So it allows you to access the attributes of an element. So here I am going into the button 1, and I am getting into the attribute text. And you can see that actually I have both text all together. So this was for the, yeah, of course here you have some behaviors. So you have the onSelect. And actually the onSelect is like when you press something. If you're pressing, for example, this button, you can do some behavior. I will just show you in the next few minutes. Now, if I right click, I've got this bar here on the top, which is popping out. So there are various really important stuff. So the first thing is you can see here, I can add a screen. And now it go here. You can see that I can just navigate through my screen quite easily. And actually, you can see that I can navigate through my screen quite easily. So here, as I said before, if I press the button on select, I can say it a special behavior. So for example, here I am saying navigate to screen 2. So when I press this button, I will navigate to screen 2. So you can see here I have a little problem. Invalid norm. Oh yeah, sorry, I have to put two arguments here. And you can see that here you have various style of transition, so you can also customize this. So here it doesn't do anything because I'm not on the play mode. So when I right click, I can just press on preview. And here I am in the app mode. So this is exactly what an user will see. So if I press, you see I'm getting into the second screen here. So I can go back and I can press again, and I could do this indefinitely until I get bored. So I'm bored, so I'm doing something else now. Let's delete this. Oh yeah, you can see this is quite good. You see, you can if I delete the screen too now, Project Siena is smart enough to tell me, hey guys, I have a problem here. I don't have any screen too. So this is really good. So let's delete this. Let's look a bit at the other stuff. So here is the help, very, very important for you if you want to get a bit used to see what experts have done with Project Siena. You should go really to check the tutorial and sample. There are some guys at Microsoft that did really some awesome prototypes, awesome stuff. You can really do a lot of various stuff with Project Siena. Then you have the application data. So let's start. I mean, of course, you can insert picture on the Siena library, but let's start with the data source. Data source, I think it's the core, the real core of Project Siena, because Project Siena is able to connect with external data sources. You can see here, these data sources are all the sources that are taken into account with Project Siena. For example, you can press on Excel and you will import an Excel, and Project Siena will just import it. You can do a Bing search, translator, Coursera, Facebook, Instagram, REST. The REST API is some kind of programmatical API. This is really powerful. You have the RSS feed. I guess all of you know RSS feed. I will do a little demonstration with this on the next tutorial. Then you have the SharePoint. SharePoint is really great in enterprise. You can also like connect to this, Twitter, Yammer, YouTube, and I forgot, last but not least, the Azure mobile services. I don't know if you checked this, but this is really powerful and this is really easy. You can do amazing stuff with that. Yeah, so you can see basically if I select the RSS feed, I just have to put an RSS feed and it will just import my data. So let me just here, this is for my next tutorial, so I'm spoiling a bit, but you can see that it's importing all the RSS feed items into Project Siena, and then you can manipulate them. Please check my next tutorial because I will be using this. So you can see here I can have medias, so I can also insert image and then use them into my my application. Of course, connection, and very interesting, you can publish. So here I have to download a little application, but I mean I won't do it now. A little update, sorry. So you can see that here this is the publish, because with Project Siena you can publish a real application on the Windows Store. So what does it mean? It means that here you just have to give a name, like icons, because you know if I go here you can see that basically here I have a lot of tiles. So let's take an example. The StarCraft 2 tiles will be this kind of tile, the square tile. Actually, then you can put it smaller. You see here it's smaller, so it will become this kind of tile. And this is the splash screen. So when I launch an application, for example, Skype, this is the splash screen here. So you see that actually you can customize quite a bit this application. So if I get back, the last thing is the file. And actually it's again just like into Office. You have new, open, save the project, publish it. You can do really various stuff. So this was just this tutorial was just to give you a little glimpse about the interface. I'm not going to do something more than that. I hope you liked it, but we're really going to do some stuff on the next one. So I really hope that you will follow it. And if you have some ideas with Project Siena, some application that you would like me to do, please just post into the comment, suggest me things. I'm really open to suggestions. So thank you very much for following, guys, and see you on the next tutorial.